So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Jjjjound New Balance 990V3 in the olive colorway. These are spectacular, but can you tell any difference between these two? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I have another comparison video for you between two pairs of New Balance. This is the new setup. I changed it around a little bit. Hope you like it. I think it looks a lot cleaner. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of it. But let's get straight into this comparison. These are two New Balance, but they're a little bit special. So this is the Jjjjound collaboration, and it's probably my favorite collaboration New Balance has ever done. I love this pair. So the retail pairs on my right, fake pairs on my left. And this video is just to show you what to look for if you're trying to purchase a retail pair and what to look out for. So we'll get straight into it. Let's take a look at the boxes. So from the close-up, you can see there is actually a slight difference between the two boxes. I would say the retail one is slightly bigger than the fake one. Also, in terms of color, there is a slight difference between the two boxes. The fake box is a pure white box, whereas the retail one is actually slightly more creamy. And then you can see the New Balance symbol on top is slightly different from retail to fake. Also, the cardboard markings on the fake box are very clear to see, whereas on the retail one, you can't really see them. It just looks like a much more high quality box. And then spinning the boxes around and taking a closer look at the label, you can see differences here. However, they are quite minor. So they've done quite a good job of the label itself, but where you look at the text where it says medium Moyen at the bottom of the label, you can see the font size is different between retail and fake. But overall, I would actually say the labels look pretty close indeed. But these are just boxes at the end of the day. People are more interested in the shoes, so we'll open them up and take a closer look. Let's open up the fake one first. So, the shoes come completely exposed straight away. Normally, they should be wrapped in the paper, but fakes don't seem to do that. They have the paper at the bottom of the box, but they seem to be too lazy to cover the shoes. Just a telltale sign if you get it straight from a supposed retailer, but the fake ones don't. So let's take a look at the retail ones. As you can see, the shoes are completely covered. The paper lies over the top. But we'll take them out and take a closer look. So in terms of the paper, it does have Made in USA label on the paper splattered about. If you take a closer look at this, you can see the Made in USA is slightly darker on the retail paper compared to the fake one. However, it's incredibly close and it's a little bit of paper at the end of the day. So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Jjjjound New Balance 990V3 in the olive colorway. These are spectacular. But can you tell any difference between these two? So the first difference I'm going to point out is quite minor, but it's something to look out for. On the tongue, if you look at this label here down towards the middle of it, you can see a difference between the text on both of these pairs. So if you look at the retail and compare it to the fake, you can see the color is actually very different from retail to fake. Also, the size and placement of this optimal control is different from retail to fake. One clear noticeable difference, if you spin this around to the back, take a look at the Jjjjound logo on the heel, you can see it's placed very differently from retail to fake. So as you can see, the retail one, you can see the word Jjjjound very clearly. It's placed above that dark green suede, whereas on the fake one, you can see it's cut off slightly, but the placement is different between the retail and fake pair. So what might be quite hard to see, but I'll try and give you a close-up of this, the material that's used on the toe box area is actually woven differently. I think that's how you say it, but it is woven differently. So from the close-up, you can see the pattern from the close-up is actually different from retail to fake. That's just the material that they've used is just put together a little bit differently between the retail and fake pair. It's quite easy to see in person, but I hope it shows up well on the camera. Also, looking at the front of the upper of the shoe and looking at these lace holes and the suede going around it, if you compare these side by side, you can see that this suede material is very different between the retail and fake, and the quality difference is very clear to see. The retail one, this suede material is so good. They're made so well. I have to give it to New Balance. This is a well-made shoe and the quality on it is absolutely superb. The fake one, it's all right. The suede material is just not great. It's completely different to the retail one in terms of quality, and the suede length just makes the color look a slightly bit different. I'll try and show you at the heel because the suede material goes all the way around to the heel. And if I show you the close up here, you can see the color difference and the length of the suede is very different from retail to fake. So you may have spotted it earlier when I showed you the heel of both of these shoes, but if I spin it around to the back, you can actually see a difference between the logos on the New Balance as well. So you can see where it says New Balance on the silver part of the heel, you can see the text is very different from retail to fake in terms of thickness and placement and just pretty much everything in general. They're completely different fonts. The retail one, you can see it's a much bolder New Balance and the letters are placed closer together, whereas on the fake one, you can see the letters are spaced further apart and the text just isn't as bold. This is a telltale sign between the two pairs and probably would be my go-to to check straight away if you have a pair at home. Now if we head back to the tongue and take a look at the New Balance USA text on the tongue, we can see differences here. So you'll see the text is outlined with a black material. What I would say is this black material sticks out a lot more on the fake one, is a lot thicker and quite obviously different from the retail to fake, and it actually makes the letters stand out a lot more on the fake one than the retail one. Maybe it looks better, but it is completely different to the retail one. So most of the differences on this shoe seem to happen at the heel. So if we take a look at this dark green suede material underneath this reflective tab at the back here, you can see the stitching and perspiration holes on the back. I don't even know if they're actually perspiration holes because I don't think you'll be able to breathe at the ankle, but the differences are clear to see between the two pairs from the close-up. So with all Jjjjound collaborations with New Balance, you know the N comes in that black colorway, and looking closely at the stitching going around the N on this pair, you can see differences between the retail and fake. So from the close-up, you can see the stitching is evenly placed all around the end, and the quality of this is incredible once again. Whereas on the fake one, you can see it's a little bit more closely packed and not as accurate as it is on the retail one. So earlier when I talked about the suede quality between the two pairs is very different around this 990 symbol from retail to fake. So on the heel, on the inside of both these pairs, you'll see this creamy light color towards the back. And if you take a closer look here, you can see the color difference is quite clear to see, with the fake one being a slightly darker cream compared to the retail one. But I hope this is showing up in the lighting because it's quite easy to see in the studio. Taking a look at the outer side of the shoe, and if we look at the stitching running beneath the New Balance symbol, we can see a difference between the retail and fake. So as you can see, the fake one, the stitching is placed much higher up than it is on the retail one, and this is because the material is cut differently between the two pairs, so it affects the overall shape of the shoe. So from the side, the fake one just looks a lot chunkier than it does the retail one. The retail one, the silhouette is clean from the side. I really do like it. Whereas the fake one, it's just a little bit clumpy compared. So these shoes do actually come with a set of spare laces. So we'll take a closer look at these. They came on the right shoe on the retail pair and they came in the left shoe on the fake pair. But we'll take a closer look at the laces themselves. So from the close-up that I'm giving you now, you can see a difference between the two in terms of color and the actual overall lace material, I guess. I would say it's a lot stiffer on the fake one, and it just feels a little bit more frayed and softer on the retail one. The retail one, I think, is just a high quality lace. It's very soft, but it's just laces at the end of the day, but there is a difference between the two pairs. Then taking a look underneath the tongue at the label on both of these pairs, you can see a clear difference between both of these. So I would say it looks like the fake one is just completely stuck on and could easily peel off and is very laminated, compared to the retail one, which looks like it's heat pressed into the actual tongue itself, and you can see it's almost smudging and feels like the material underneath. But as you look at the fake one, you can see it just looks like a sticker placed on top, and there's a clear difference between font size and text size and the actual boldness of the overall text. But thank you very much for watching. That has been the end of the comparison, and I hope this has helped you if you are trying to purchase a retail pair, because this pair is absolutely incredible. I love this pair so much. It's probably my favorite New Balance ever. I love it that much. But thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow and helps me do more videos just like this. And I hope you keep watching. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing day.